Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Pinero. This is my video about the lesson plans. So first of all, how does this lesson plan template provided differ from the others you have seen? So in the past, I've actually just gone off other people's lesson plans. So I haven't really seen a template before. I'm just actually going off of their lesson plans from the past. So this is far more detailed than anything I've ever worked with. There's so many more things covered in this lesson plan template than any of the lessons plans I've ever worked with, including the ability for sections dedicated to students with learning disabilities, special education, or advanced learning, even. I've never been covered in any lesson plan I've ever looked at. So far, it's just been here's the lesson, here's what you're going over, here's how you work into, here's how you will present it to the students. And then that was it. So the goals section, the adjusted sections, um, will be brand new to me, and the new details, also tying it into the state and Common Core standards, is something new that I've never seen before either. So I'm actually going to be learning a lot more about detailed lesson plans as far as making my own and tying it into the subject instead of just handing over something for the sub to take over with, or even a long-term sub. Someone has to kind of go with a generalized lesson plan and continue to use it throughout the weeks. So this is the first time I've seen something this detailed and dedicated to structuring the lessons around student abilities. That being said, with the new details, what are the three elements that I think will be the most challenging? First one will be the mixed abilities section. Adjusting my lessons for a variety of students and anticipating their needs will be difficult at the beginning because I haven't seen a lot of different students. There was no real adjusting in my first class that I was long term sub for, which was high school, which I'm going into. There wasn't a whole lot of need for adjustment. It was basically here's what you do, here's how you kill the hour, and you move on. And everybody was based to do the homework, and the homework guided them into the next section. So this will be difficult for me to get to know my students, adjust my lesson plans accordingly, and be able to adjust the lessons on based on how they learn, how they process information, and how they regurgitate information. So I'm going to have to learn how to adjust that. Second part that'll be difficult, or I'll find the most challenging, is the homework collaboration section. I don't enjoy assigning homework, so it may be difficult for me to actually include this into my lesson plans. I do, however, have a rule that if you do not finish your assignments in class, that becomes homework. I do try to give my students plenty of time in class to take care of it. However, if they don't finish it, it becomes homework. It's due the next day. And so that could be a part of that. Also, the collaboration. I need to learn where my students can go. Like I've mentioned before in class, I'm new to the area. I just moved up here. So I'm not 100% sure on where my students can go to get extra information. I know there's a library, and that's about it. So I'm going to have to figure out what's the easiest for my students, what's the most accessible, the closest, and what other professors know and what their expertise is, so they can go to them as well as, if not just to me. So the homework and collaboration, for the most part, will also be difficult for these reasons. The last section that'll be challenging is the differentiation, and that is how to make the lesson fit to show how different students learn different things in different ways. I'm gonna have to anticipate this in both my lessons and in how I grade, because obviously students don't all learn the same way. So standard tests might be a little off. I might have to accommodate a student here or there for retaining knowledge or regurgitating knowledge in a different way. And I maybe have to grade it differently. One of my biggest things that I've worked on with a couple teachers at my first school was an end of the year project. And this project was given to everybody, much in the way that this homework assignment was, where, or not this homework assignment, other homework assignments I've had have been done where you not only could write it, or you could make a video, you could make a puppet show, you could make a play, you could make a podcast in your final report. So your final report was based on a historical figure. You were given one of 40 to work on, and then you decided the format of the media, the way you were going to make it. So this kind of got my wheels turning about how to work with different students, and that goes right into the differentiation. figuring out how they learn and how they spit out knowledge and how they are able to retain and regurgitate what they've learned. This is definitely goes into that. I'll have to figure that out for my students. So this will be part of my lesson plan that I'll probably be working the most on with myself and going forward in the future to see how well testing works, quizzes, homework, or classwork, and how it works from student to student from year to year, and use that, put it together, and go forward from there. And so I'm hoping that by working harder on the mixed abilities, homework and collaboration, and differentiation, which I think will be my most challenging aspects in the lesson planning, that I think I'll be able to become a better teacher, a better educator myself.